Hey, this is Jeff Wick, editor of the Fayette County Record newspaper. We are here in beautiful Weimar City Park, joined as always by H.H. Howes and Andy Balin. And we're here with Joanna Mensch, the executive director of the Weimar Chamber of Commerce. We're here to talk about some news and Gedenke, which is coming up this weekend in the shadow of the beautiful water tower there. Why don't we stroll over to the picnic table and chat about some of the things you can find in the new edition of the Fayette County Record. Here you go, Joanna. Officially present you with the first copy of the new edition of the paper. Thank you. Well, and before we talk about the news, Gedenke, I don't remember what that means. What?
Gedenke means remember, so kind of a time to remember, spend time with people you love.
All right, well, Andy, if you Gedenke what you wrote on the front page of the paper, why don't you talk a little bit about some of the news people can find in it?
I think I can. Well, at the top of the front page today, we learned this week that Fayette County settled the wrongful death lawsuit that was brought by a mother of a 22-year-old truck driver who died in custody at the Fayette County Jail in 2014. They settled this suit back in March, and we covered it when the trial was going on, but we just found out about the settlement this week, but the county's not saying how much they settled for, so details are kind of hard to come by. Also, on this week, the LaGrange Fire Department had a annual memorial service for the deceased firefighters. It was a very moving ceremony. But thankfully, no retired firefighters died in the last year, and no firefighters are injured this year. So Pastor Brune, who's the chaplain of the fire department, said it's more like a Thanksgiving service rather than a memorial service. So that was very nice. Houston man drowned at Fayette Lake on Monday. Gentleman apparently goes fishing out there quite a bit, and he was found in the water, and they pulled him out, but it was too late. They couldn't revive him. Then House candidates in the District 13 House race agreed to cancel the runoff in that special election. If depending on who wins the primary runoff on May 22nd, both of the candidates, Jill Wolfskill and Ben Lamont, agreed that whichever one lost would withdraw from that special election. That'll fill the unexpired term of Leighton Schubert, which ends at the end of this year.
Well, Pancho, do you Gedenke some of this stuff that was in the rest of the paper?
Gedenke. My wife's from Weimar. Oh yeah, Art Connections, where we visited the other day, having their Saturday soiree. This Saturday. Lots of artwork, wine, etc.
It's a windy day to be reading the newspaper outside.
Hey, good story here on the golfers.
Yeah, do you Gedenke the last time the LaGrange boys golf team made it to the state tournament?
Never happened before.
Yeah, nobody could seem to remember when. So these guys are very likely making history as state golf qualifiers. You can read all about them
a young team
on the
too.
paper. Yeah. Ton of other stuff in the paper, including a beautiful ad for Gedenke.
Oh,
but while I
boy.
find that ad,
Hey.
Joanna, you want to tell people more about the festival and what they can expect?
Well, the festival kicks off tomorrow. The beer garden will open at 5. The bands start at 6. We've got Broken Alibi from 6 to 9. Still Country from 9 to midnight. Vendors will be out, food vendors, arts and crafts vendors, some good food for sure. And then Saturday, we have the fun run that starts at 8 in the morning. Registration, I think, is 6 a.m. The parade starts at noon. The beer garden down at the pavilion will open at 11, and we'll have bands and vendors all day long. I think 11 to 3 is the Alpine Express Duo. 5 to 9 is Snake River Red, and 9 to midnight tomorrow are the Emotions. We have a pie auction for the Lady Lions, and then the Rotary Club will have a silent auction from 1 to 9.
You know, you mentioned the Gedenke, meaning remember in German, and you know, this Weimar community, which is just across the Fayette County line. It's not officially in Fayette County, but we like to think of Weimar as being part of Fayette County because so many folks from Fayette County come here and vice versa, you know, to do business and shop and play and things like that. But this community really does embrace that German culture, right? And really makes it a point to want to remember it, huh?
They do.
In this beautiful ad here, you can see in today's paper, you got the beer steins, you got the pretzels, the bratwurst. You know, it really is really a neat festival.
The barbecue cook-off is always a big draw over here,
Yes.
and it's going to be taking place right here in this park,
Yes,
right?
right here. You can see they've already started marking spaces. Everybody's excited to get out here and set up. They will work their magic all day Saturday, and then awards for each category will be about 6 o'clock Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, it's a really fun time. I've come out here a few times in the past. It's a nice street festival. There's not a whole lot of street festivals anymore, you know.
Right, yeah, usually places have the fairgrounds, but there's such a different feel to a festival that, you know, where you close the streets downtown and just get to kind of...
We try to keep it fun and enjoyable and, you know, open for everybody. We don't charge admission, so it's free to come. This year we're going to have a few carnival rides for the small kids, which we haven't had in a while, so hopefully that'll...
Any wrestling?
No, but we are going to have a mechanical bull.
Oh! Of course, Pancho mentions that because he wrote a story on the upcoming wrestling in the it's going to be at the Fayette County Fair later this year.
Like, just wrestling?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, actually, there's going to be women wrestlers, midget wrestlers,
Lucha Libre.
Lucha Libre, which is the Mexican form, you know, where they wear masks.
Oh, wow.
And we explain it all for you in the paper last week.
But to me, a carnival sounds more exciting than wrestling. I don't know.
Kind of lowbrow, but
Bull riding and carnival at Gedenke
Yes,
trumps that. But now the carnival rides, are those free as well?
We'll have wristbands available.
Oh, really? Okay.
It'll be $20, and you can ride as much as you want all day long.
Wow.
They'll be here from 10 a.m. to midnight. So.
what if you get sick on the first ride? Do you get your money back?
We'll have to do that on a basis. Have to see why you got sick. Did you drink too much?
Yeah, that's probably why he's
That's disqualifying.
Yeah, that disqualifies for a reason.
Well, Joanna, tell us a little bit more about what's going on here in Weimar. You know, as executive director of the chamber, you know, y'all have the great downtown here. You know, wonderful Casper's Meat Market.
Yes.
Why should Fayette County folks make the short drive down 155 here to Weimar?
We're just a close-knit community. We welcome everyone. We've got a little bit of everything. Like you said, we've got the meat market. We've got some great shops downtown, antiques and boutique type shops. Several florists. It's just a great town.
Good place to eat
Michael's
too.
School.
Letitia's and
Yeah.
Real Deal Soul Food. I like going there
Yes,
too.
they
They
have
have some
the
good
best
fried
burgers.
fish over there. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you run into a lot of confusion with the name of the shirt? Of course, it's on your T-shirt right there, but the name of the festival, Gedenke.
We have a lot of people that ask, you know, how do you pronounce that? You know, and when they try, sometimes it's a little funny. So
Say it 3 times, really.
But you know, it reflects the community here because it's a community that's very conscious of itself and wants to keep its values and retain the small town charm.
And yeah, it's doing a great job of that, that's for sure. Well,
Why did you pick the hottest picnic table in the whole park? Right over there is in the shade.
I don't Gedenke why we chose this table, but
You weren't gedenking.
Well, we're gonna tag the Gedenke's Facebook page in this video. But do y'all have a website also?
just the chamber website.
What is it?
It's www.weimartx.org.
Okay. So yeah, check that out to learn all about the Gedenke and everything else that's going on here in Weimar. And you can always find us online at FayetteCountyRecord.com and on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. These videos all go to our YouTube channel after you see them here on Facebook Live. So check that out too. But thanks for joining us.
And Gedenke to tip your waitresses, Gedenke the Alamo, and Gedenke to come to Weimar Friday and Saturday for this wonderful festival.
I start at
And
20%.
And Gedenke your mother on Mother's Day.
Correct.
Thanks for watching. Come out here to Weimar this weekend, a great festival.